Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's AJ, and as you know, yesterday I did a top 10 best games of 2016. How can there be a best games of 2016 without a worst games of 2016? Here's a disclaimer. This is my top 10 list of the worst games. This is the games that I've played and thought were absolutely horrible. Also, there are some games on this list that weren't so bad. They were just disappointing. They had a lot of hype building up to them and they just fell short. If you don't see your game on this list and you'd love to tell me about it, you can place it in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right in. For the first game on my list, I chose Battleborn. First of all, just let me say I rarely pre-order games, and when I do pre-order games, it has to be promised to be a great game, and it has to have a lot of hype. The reasons why Battleborn made this list is because, first of all, the characters were kind of meh. They were kind of weak. They didn't have a lot of diversity. In my opinion, I just felt like they needed a little more. The second reason is because you could not play this game for more than an hour without getting bored. The game does not hold you. The game does not keep your attention at all. And the third reason why I placed it on the list is because you just can't play a MOBA game in first person. That's just my opinion. You can't play in first person because it's just so much crap going on in your face. This game would be great if they just did it more like Smite or League of Legends, and I realized Battleborn was trying to do their own thing and be unique, but I really could not play this game. Coming in at number 9 on the list, I chose No Man's Sky. And this game does not suck. It's not a horrible game. It has a lot of promise. They just have to do a few things. I literally started playing this game with too many facts in my head about how things should be, and that really led me to disappointment. Things that could have made this game a little better are, first of all, make the planets vary in sizes, or maybe even throw in a gaseous planet or something like that. Something like every planet seemed like it was the same size. They were all so vast. I love the way each planet had its own diversity. For example, some planets were riddled with radiation. Some planets were extremely hot. Some planets were extremely cold. But where the game failed is they should have had some planets with varying gravity. They could have had a lot more wildlife to engage with. They could have made the wildlife engage with you, like if you fed the wildlife, or you would be able to tame it or something. I felt like playing this game, I was just scanning rocks, scanning plants, and there was some wildlife. It was not as interactive as I would have liked it to be. Another thing is they could have made this game have some kind of story or some kind of reason as to why we are doing what we're doing. Where's the storyline? Where's the character development? Where's anything? You literally wander planets, wander the solar system, intergalactic travel, and nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this is why this game is a disappointment. Oh, and don't even get me started online. They could have eliminated the multiplayer online aspect of this game, and it would have been 10 times better than it is now. I mean, you literally fly in space and you find planets named after genitalia. If the developers were to add something like character development or a storyline or a reason as to why we're actually playing this game, it would be a lot better. Coming in at number 8 on my list, I have Homefront: The Revolution. This game disappointed me. It's not a bad game. It just, something is missing that captivates me in this game. I have no idea what it could be, but here's some things as to why what made this game fail. I feel like this game had so much potential. Like I said in my last video, I do like open worlds. I love the ability to be able to explore. I love the graphics in this game. What was frustrating to me in this game was getting stuck on walls, like the glitching. It was horrible. Running into NPCs and being like mashed together and stuck on different NPCs and just have to start the whole game over again. The character development was horrible. I didn't feel connected to the storyline. The controls could be difficult to use at times, and just not much more can be said about this game other than with all of those things, it just made it very hard to play and made the game suck. Now for number 7 on my list, I chose Star Fox Zero. Now, the game is not bad. It just disappointed me. I literally went into this game thinking that it was going to be, if not better, just as good as Star Fox 64. But instead, I get a game that has very, very hard controls. Why am I shooting that way but my ship's facing this way? I can't really use the Wii U controller as it is because I'm a dumb adult. But the game was so frustrating. The controls were frustrating. Trying to kill enemies that are shooting at me was frustrating. And okay, you can get used to the controls over time, but I want to play now. The reason why I buy games is to play now, not learn how to use the mechanics of the game over a week and still not being able to play. But if you do learn how to use the controls, if you do get used to it, the game can be fun. It can be. But I'm not trying to say the game is bad because it's miles better than Star Fox Assault or Star Fox Adventures, and it's better than those two games. Alright, as for my number 6, I chose Mighty Number 9. What even was this game? The acting was poor, and at times the graphics looked like a kindergartner had a temper tantrum with a paintbrush. The levels were poorly designed, and I did not like this game. It is not a disappointment. It is an utter screw-up. And that's all I got to say about Mighty Number 9. I don't like it. It's on my list. It's here. It sucks. Next up, coming in at number 5, I chose The Sims. Now, The Sims was released in 2014. Yes, I know that. But they're still releasing expansion packs. These expansion packs make a crappy game crappier. I did not know that that can happen. Usually DLC makes games a little better and tries to bring in more people, but these games, they're still missing crap that make The Sims The Sims. Like for instance, in City Living. How am I supposed to go experience the city if there are no cars to experience the city in? Another thing is this game is missing life stages. The progression of where a kid grows up into an adult, it's missing that. I hate to have to leave my game running and I have a baby in the house and then come back to a grown man sitting in my apartment. Where'd you come from? Another thing that they're missing is the open world that Sims 3 had. I hate the load screens. There are too many load screens. Every time you want to do something, there's a freaking load screen. So many load screens. I fall asleep playing late at night. If there's a load screen, I wake up and it's still loading, or if something happens, the game crashed on the loading screen, God forbid, and I didn't save my stuff. It's just the loading screens are a nuisance to have to just, oh, if I want to step outside, oh, loading screen. Oh, if I want to go to the neighbor's house, oh, loading screen. If I want to go to work, loading screen, I'm late, loading screen, loading screens. The Sims is missing way too much, and it just makes the game a very dull game. Okay. For number 4 on my list, I chose The Order 1886. This game had some amazing graphics. I'm just going to tell you that now. The cutscenes were way too long. They were unskippable. And when you do get to walk around, there's no running unless you're engaging in combat. You walk through the city. It's just so slow. It's so slow. Some of the engagement scenes were just boring. You have these brilliant guns and a rocket launcher, and you have some cool crap to kill stuff with nothing to kill. Where's the gigantic ass boss that you can shoot in the face with this rocket launcher? It's missing that. It's missing awesome boss battles. Now I know at some point you can fight this crazy werewolf in this room and it's throwing tables at you and stuff and you shoot him in the face with a shotgun, but that's not enough for me. I need a 25, 35 foot giant to shoot a rocket launcher at. It doesn't suck. It's just disappointing because when you beat the game, what's next? All right, I had to put it on the list. I had to do this. I had to do, at my number 3 spot, Ghostbusters. Now, this game is trash. It sucks. I'm going to tell you why it sucks. I couldn't bear playing this game for more than 3 days. I tried. Number 1, it lags way too much. The characters are so slow, you'd fall asleep playing the game when you're trying to get to wherever it is you're trying to get to. 3, okay, yeah, the graphics are great at points, but then at some other points, they just sucked. And 4, no character development, no good storyline, bad voice acting. It's just, the game is absolutely horrible. That's all I gotta say about Ghostbusters. Moving on. Number 2, I put Alekine's Gun, or however you say that name. This game had very bad graphics. To be on the PS4, you need to have better graphics. this game did not have that. The AI is anything but intelligent. You can do crap right in front of the AI and they not do anything about it. Hey, I'm gonna just go up here and kill your partner, change into his clothes right beside you while you're looking at me, and you say, oh, well, okay, all right, well, I guess my partner's fine. Hey, you want to continue walking down this hall? See, you do these things in other video games, you die because they're like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. Nothing about this game was enjoyable. Nothing at all. Now, coming in at my number one spot, I absolutely despised this game. I had to find a word for it because it just is not a good game. Coming in at number one, I chose Umbrella Corps. Now, for those of you who do not know who the Umbrella Corps are, it's just a spin-off game of Resident Evil series. That's all you need to know because that's all they go over in the storyline. There's no storyline because all they do is go over that. And then in the multiplayer, you it's just kind of like a 3v3 thing, kind of like capture the flag or something. I don't even remember because I never even spent time playing the multiplayer mode after that story mode. I just literally jumped into multiplayer, saw what it was about, joined a game, and said screw that, because all people do is run around and smack you with these hammer things or whatever it is, and you run at the speed of light, and I just can't kill nothing. And then they tried to incorporate the Resident Evil with the zombies, and you're trying to kill people who are trying to kill you, and a zombie kills you from behind, and you're for sure about to get this kill on this other player, and then you die. Anyway, I hate this game. It's tiring. I don't like it. Don't buy it. Anyway, that's all I got to say about this game. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, if you like what you saw, please press that thumbs up button. I'll need to know if you like my top 10 videos. Also, if you're new here, please press the subscribe button because I'm going to start trying to put up videos like this very often. And don't forget to place your top 10 list down in the comment section below. And if you agree with my top 10 list, but you have a few exceptions, go ahead and place the game that you feel like I need to put on my top 10 worst game list of 2016. And as always, thanks for watching my videos. Peace.